Hi everyone, my name is Andrew. I'm very happy when I have a chance to introduce some new places and famous places in Hanoi. Firstly, let me talk about Hoàn Kiếm Lake, also known as War Lake, is a freshwater lake located in the center of Hanoi. It's closely related to located related to a famous Vietnamese legend. According to this story, during 15th century, when Vietnam was under the Ming Dynasty rule, King Leila received a habitant sword correlated him by a divine turtle, which means harmony with heaven. So he used this magical sword to defeat the invading Ming army and bring peace to the nation. After the victory, when the king leader was boating on the lake, a giant golden turtle appeared from the water and asked him to return this sword to the Dragon King. So the king leader returned it without hesitation, and to remember this important event, he decided to change the former name Loki, meaning Green Water Lake, into Hoàn Kiếm Lake, which means the lake of return sword. And next, I want to I would talk about some reason why China why China invaded Vietnam. Yeah, Vietnam experienced a very long period of Chinese domination, lasting for more than 1,000 years. Although the Vietnamese people regained the independence under Moguian, however, there was later a brief return of foreign rule. However, this was ended by King Leila, who successfully resisted, restored Vietnam independence and strengthened strong spirit of resilience and self-determination. And I think there are two main reasons why China wanted to invade Vietnam. Firstly, year China repeatedly invaded Vietnam was its strategic location because Vietnam was because Vietnam lies at the southern gateway of China and is very close to trade routes as well as the South China Sea. Because of this position, controlling Vietnam helped China dynasty protect southern borders and maintain security along their frontier. In addition, it allowed them to control important maritime trade routes that were essential for economic and political influence in the region. And the lake, another potential reason was Vietnam is very rich in national environment. The country has very fertile agricultural land and has abundant natural resources. Um, it is very important for China to develop economy, agriculture, and supply their population supply their population, controlling a land with some resources were highly attractive and often worth fighting for. So during this time, Vietnam had to face many challenges and difficulties like um, the land and its resources were closely controlled and habitats were connected, and many people have to work constantly for authorities. And at the same time, Chinese system of language, law, and custom were introduced, which limited the development of Vietnam, and um, and this pressure led to a number of uprisings reflecting the Vietnamese people's strong desire to protect their identity independent. And continue to Swedish. I would talk about some. I would talk about some the former name of this of the Swan Lake Swan Lake before. The firstly, in the early days, the lake was known as Loki Lake, meaning green quarter lake. The name came from the clear green color of the quarter, which stayed the same throughout the year. It reflects the lake's peaceful natural beauty, and so how people first admire it as a scenic spot in the heart of the capital. And later, the lake was divided into two smaller parts under the street note. This section was called the Ta Long Lake, and the name simply describes its position on the left side. It tells us about a time when the lake was carefully organized and managed. And another stage in history, the lake was named Thủy Quân Lake, meaning level lake. It was used as a training ground for Navy to where social practice on the quarter. This name reminds us that it's not the lake was not only beautiful but also play an important role in protecting the capital. And this in this Swan Lake there are many large turtles often appear there. There. This Swan Lake turtle, also known as the Hoàn Kiếm Lake turtle, is an extremely rare soft-shell turtle. It's very large in size with a literary cell and only 3 claws. On each foot, the turtle has a large head, a long leg, giving it a distinctive appearance. It's also famous for its exceptional longevity, believed to live for hundreds of years, and is therefore regarded as a symbol of longevity and history of Hoàn Kiếm Lake. And I think nowadays I think there are no turtle, no giant turtle currently living in the Hoàn Kiếm Lake because the last Hoàn Kiếm Churchill passed away in 2016, marking the end of this legendary creature present in the lake. And today, the Churchill remains only as a symbol and cultural icon, remembered to history, legend, and preservation display rather than as a living animal. And in Vietnam culture, turtle are highly respected as a symbol of lifelong wisdom, stability, and they represent prosperous, patience, and value that are deeply admired in Vietnam society. The famous Hoàn Kiếm Lake is linked to the King Leila, the legend of King Leila, and symbolize peace and national independence. In many temples and historic sites, many statues carry a stele of scholar, showing the importance of knowledge and education. And even today, the turtle remains a powerful reminder of the values that have shaped Vietnam history and culture. And beside this word lake are famous place that everyone in Vietnam almost know it. This is a Churchill Tower. Churchill Tower was built almost 115 years ago on a floating mount in the middle of Hoàn Kiếm Lake, which is located near the Hàng Chống Street and in the central Hanoi. The tower was not built for special individuals, but it was related to the Vietnamese royal tradition. In the past, it's used for resting place when the king was visiting. During the French occupation, the Vietnamese revolutionary flag was hung on the top of the tower. That encouraged the Vietnamese people to resist foreign invaders. Today it is considered that the pride of the people of Hanoi. And the Churchill Tower was constructed on a 350 square meter mile in the middle of Hoàn Kiếm Lake and features a combination of French and Oriental architecture style. The tower has 3 floors with each upper smaller than the one below. And in creating a balanced and harmonious structure, French architecture influence can be seen in the arch doorway on each side of the tower, while Oriental and Vietnamese tradition elements are reflected on the curved roof, which is a typical characteristic of Eastern architecture. And in addition, I will provide some information of the Liberty statue was placed on the top of the tower. According to the information provided during the French occupation, a Vietnamese revolution flag was one hung on the top of the tower, reminding the Vietnamese people to rise up and fight against the invader. This highlight the tower symbolic role in expressing patriotism and national unity during the colonial period. And next year, Lý Thái Tổ, the King Lý Thái Tổ, whose Persian name was Lý Công Vận, was born in 974 and became the founding emperor of the Lý dynasty. He ruled that year from 1009 to 1028, during a time when the country faced political instability and external interest from the Song dynasty. With strong vision and determination, he ended the year of internal crisis and brought long-lasting stability to the nation. His greatest contribution was laying the foundation of a prosperous and independent Đại. By establishing a centralized government promoting Buddhism and caring for the needs of ordinary people, the King Lý Thái Tổ created peace and unity across the country. He is remembered not only as a wise ruler but also a king who always put the nation's future above all else. Yeah. When the reason why did he transfer the capital from Hoa Lư and to Đại Lạt? In the autumn of 1010, King Lý Thái Tổ decided to move Hoa Lư, decided the capital from Hoa Lư, present day Ninh Bình, to Đại Lạt, which later became Hà Nội. Hoa Lư had been suitable during time of war because it were protected by many mountains, but it was not ideal for developing for the long-term development. The land was narrow, transportation was inconvenient, and it was far from major economic center. And on the other hand, Đại Lạt was located in the fertile Red River Delta with flat land, rich soil in many ways. This location supported agriculture, trade, and communication, making it perfect for a capital meant to last for generations. The decision served King Lý Thái Tổ forward-thinking vision for a strong and prosperous nation. And next year Thăng Long, the next year meaning of this name Thăng Long, Hà Nội and Vietnam. Thăng Long means ascending dragon. According to the legend, when King Lý Thái Tổ arrived at Đại Lạt, he saw a golden dragon rising in the sky, which he considered a positive and scarce sign. He therefore renamed the city Thăng Long, symbolizing power, growth, and prosperity. And next to Hà Nội means inside the river. The name reflects the city's geographical location surrounded by major rivers, such as the Red River. It highlights the close relationship between the city and its waterways. And finally, Vietnam represents the land of the Vietnamese people in the southern region. The name reflects national identity, independence, and the long history of Vietnamese people who had resisted many invaded rulers to gain independence. And I will talk some reason why the name Thăng Long changed Hanoi. In 1802, when King Gia Long founded the Nguyen dynasty, the capital was moved to Huế, as Thăng Long was no longer the political center. Its symbolic connection with imperial power needed to change, and in 1831, Emperor Ming officially renamed Thăng Long to Hanoi, meaning inside the region, based on its geographical features. This trend also helped separate the city from the legacy of previous dynasties and marked a new administrative era under the Nguyen dynasty. And next, when coming the part around the sputnik, we will see some architecture, highlight architecture in this village, like Ngọc Sơn Complex. Ngọc Sơn Complex, also known as Cherry Mountain Temple, was built in the 19th century to honor Trần Hưng Đạo, the greatest military commander of the dynasty, who led Vietnam to major victories over the Trần dynasty in the 13th century. The temple is a part of a harmonious architecture complex around one lake, where each structure has its own meaning, but together creating a balanced and simple design. Inside the temple, there was two main worship areas dedicated to Trần Hưng Đạo and Văn Xương Đế Quân, the god of knowledge and education. Visitors will see two main statues Trần Hưng Đạo, so as a powerful general, Văn Xương Đế Quân, representing wisdom and learning, and Amitabha reflecting the peaceful coexistence of different religions of Vietnam. When visiting Queen Pierce Park, I recommend to everyone should bring passport the entrance fee at dark low, dress mostly and keep quiet and respectful in the worship areas. And next to Tae Ride, meaning morning sunrise, was built in 1865 by the scholar Nguyễn Văn Siêu. The wooden bride is visually striking with its vibrant red color and contemporary, which is believed to bring her luck, happiness, and prosperity. After crossing the Tae Ride, we will get to Đắk Nông. The gate to Ngọc Sơn Temple is red. On the left side of the gate is a turtle, which represents longevity and sustainability. On the other side is the dragon, which symbolizes strength and power. And right before getting on Tae Ride, you will be captivated by the paint color, The impressive stand feature contributed by Nguyễn Văn Siêu. The tower, resembling a pen with its nib pointing to the sky, sits on the rock pile, would represent the earth. The meaning of the pen tower is depicted in three words: Tả Thanh Viên, meaning writing on the blue sky, which were carved on the stone slab next to the flower. Ever since ancient time, our ancestors have had such phenomenal dreams. Thus can only be expressed by writing up from the sky. Nevertheless, none of them seems impossible when we have firm ground to stand. And in Vietnam, there are four symbols about animal. It's very significant. Like the four sacred creatures reflect the spiritual belief, moral value, and harmony between human and nature, influenced by local legends as well as Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism. These creatures symbolize prosperity, protection, wisdom, and social order. They are deeply embedded in Vietnamese mythology, art, and architecture, and continue to shape the nation's cultural identity today. The dragon is the most powerful and depicted symbol. It represents the prosperity, value, and steady progress. Probably associated with water and agriculture, dragon was believed to control rain and river, ensuring good harvest. It also symbolizes royal authority and national origin through the legend of the descendants of the dragon and fairy, which lie at the heart of Vietnam identity. And the phoenix symbolizes beauty of virtue, peace, and harmony, often linked to the temple nobility. It represents balance between yin and yang and appears only in times of peace and prosperity. The phoenix reflects grace, moral integrity, and happiness, and its commonly seen in joy, imagery, festival, and wedding decorations. And the last is the turtle, stands for longevity, wisdom, and stability, a symbol of endurance and knowledge. And the turtle is probably connected to the education and national history. The legend of the Hoàng Kiếm turtle is peace and independence, while stand turtle carrying stele in temple symbolize the lasting value of learning and tradition. And the quilling represents justice, strength, and protection, known as a guardian figure. It appears only during the reign of wise and righteous leader. The quilling symbolizes moral authority, good fortune, and the power to ward off evil. Evil often seen guarding temple, palaces, and important landmarks. For visitors, the four-star creature often a meaningful insight into Vietnamese spirituality and value. The image can be found throughout temple, pagoda, and historical site museum, reminding us of Vietnam respect for harmony, virtue, and cultural continuity. Yeah. That's all I want to share with everyone about World Day and some real places in the old quarter.